Good evening, everyone. Welcome to PWOnlyIAS English YouTube channel, as well as to the Titan Pinnacle batch, and as well as to my comprehensive current affair batch students. Good evening to everyone out there. Please confirm whether the audio and video is clear. Vika, Suman, Payal, Avishi, Amit, Manasvi, Mishti, Element Minds. Sakshi, I'm fantastic. How are you? Jayashri, Nirupama Nandi, I'm fantastic. How are you? Durgeshwari, Aditi, Manish, Meenakshi, I'm fantastic, Manasvi. Thank you for asking. Yogesh Gupta, long time no see. I was there last week. Good evening. Good evening. All right, people. So let us get right away into it. The topics that we'll be discussing today are carbon credits, India-EU linkage, carbon-free shipping, Ujjwala, Belem and TFFF, biomass movement, Sensus spectabilis, food system and greenhouse gases. From economics, we have economic sciences, household income survey, FPI sentiments declining, sustainable fishing, lead poisoning, ant colony, Leachate. From science and technology, we have crew escape module Gaganyaan, Chandrayaan 2, black holes and Hawking's law, unsafe drugs, ONDLS, ambulance services, Rotavac, suicides, mental illness, related policies, economic and social costs, AI therapy, mental health and crisis, diabetes, defense, we have HAL, polity and governance, we have tribal rights, menstrual leave, AI guidelines, victim compensation, property law and blockchain, under trials, stray dogs, right versus freedom to vote, new services under CAG, WBSSC, digital census, international relations, CTBT, AI, internal security, suspension of operations. So people, again, as you can clearly see, very, very comprehensive topics. I would request again to the, yeah, Jayashri, what to do since January. That is the reality with the current affairs these days. 1 week, it's actually, we have a voluminous levels of topics to cover. Now, let me tell you to the YouTube community out there, especially the ones who are, attending these classes, please supplement this again with the monthly current affair compilation. All right. Don't solely depend on this, because you must understand here within 3 hours, we are trying to cover an entire week's current affairs. Getting the point here. So please ensure that you're reading the monthly current affair compilation also. I saw many questions where people were asking, sir, is this enough? For UPSC, nothing is ever enough. So you'll have to ensure that you're doing that extra reading here. All right. So continuing, carbon credits, domestic and global. So what do you mean by this carbon credit system? Let us try to understand that first. Carbon credit simply means, let us say there is a factory which is polluting, releasing greenhouse gases. Okay. Now let us say this factory funds a green project, any green project. Then in that case, they will get certain credits. Carbon credits they will get. What is the advantage when they get this carbon credit? Advantage is that this greenhouse gas emissions, whatever they are emitting, they will get some, it's like they are getting some concession in it. The idea behind this is, see, two options you are having. You are emitting greenhouse gases. So two options available with you. One is either you invest in green projects, or you use those technologies which will reduce your greenhouse gas. Either of one. Got the point here? So this is the cardinal principle here. Now, few terms and terminologies before that. Growth model is breaching planetary limits. Decoupling through clean tech is required. Carbon credits are certified carbon dioxide reductions through renewables, afforestation, agroforestry, and biochar. What it actually means is, let us see, it is simply not possible for us right now to go behind. Go behind in the sense to stop development altogether and then let us go behind primitive agriculture or something. That is not possible. So what is the only other thing possible? We should try to ensure that the carbon emissions or greenhouse gas emissions, whatever we are making, that is brought down. So in this regard, what can we do? One is either invest in cleaner technologies. Number two, in green projects. 175 to 180 million credits retired annually worldwide. India's ECTS is intensity benchmarks, voluntary offsets registry, draft methods for biomass, compressed biogas, and rice. So, what is the idea here? The idea is this. So, India basically is only asking for the companies here to go for a voluntary, that is, I will not put any conditions on you that you should reduce the greenhouse gases by this much amount. You do it on the basis of what? You do it on the basis of what is convenient for you. Number one. The other thing is there is no blanket cap. No blanket cap. That means there is no level. That is okay. This much you should reduce. No. It is intensity based. Intensity based means what? Based on if as the GDP grows, reduce the emissions. That is what it means. With every growth in GDP, you bring down your emissions. But what if GDP is not growing? Then the emissions will remain as it is, or it will increase further than that. Got the point here? GDP increases, we will bring down the emissions. That is what it means by intensity based reduction. But GDP, if it is not growing, then what is the point? Will emissions stop for you? No, emissions will still continue. Clear? The advantage of carbon credit is just that, Jayashree, you can actually, two advantages are there. Number one, whatever pollution that you are causing, let us say now you are causing around 5. Carbon credit, you got 2 because you invested in some green project. So your emission is this, your carbon credit is this. So 5 minus 2, 3. 3 is your emission now on paper. Whatever pollution you are doing, that you are continuing to do. That is the reality. Getting the point here. This is like a credit is given to you. Okay, you invested in a green project. Okay, then we will give you some credit so that you can pollute a little more. That is what it means in other words. The purpose of the system should be such that this should be only temporary. Eventually, the companies should be forced to invest in clean energy technologies. Got the point here? In European Union, etc., or even in European Union especially, it is a cap. Straight away a cap is kept. You cannot emit more than this. So companies are forced to do what? Forced to invest in cleaner technologies. You have no other go. Getting the point here? Again, in India, the agriculture carbon projects are very, very weak. What do you mean by that? Agriculture carbon projects are weak. See, in India, we must understand one thing. 86% of the farmers are actually from small plus marginal. If you try to tell them to invest in clean agricultural practices only, they are not going to listen to you. They won't invest, they won't go for scientific technologies, or nor will they go for what? Scientific based application of fertilizer use. You are expecting them to what? Actually come and think about carbon credits. Never it is going to happen. Got the point here? This has been observed even by the agency, the non-profit agency called Vera. Alright, Vera listed. Only 4 are registered in Vera. True, Anshika, it is going to become even worse than that. That is all. See, let me tell you, ultimately, when you look at it, see, Delhi's issue, what it is, like I have told you multiple times, what has to be done in Delhi? Stop all the construction activities with immediate basis. Number one, if you ask me for a solution, this is, don't even write it in your paper, okay? Number 2 is what? With an emergency basis, Punjab, Haryana, and nearby whichever farmlands are there, you are going to put their shredders, threshers, whatever. You are going to give it to them for free. You give it to them for free, or you even use the Narega scheme there, and you ask the farmers that, see, whatever it is, you are not going to burn it. We will give you the machine, we will give you the labor, we will take care of it. That is the only thing where the money has to be shared between the center and the states. Because the burning has to stop. No other go. If it was Europe or somewhere, that is exactly what they would have done. They would have simply said that no more burning. Anybody burns will be thrown away into jail straight away. But you cannot do that also there, because we are talking about the farmers here. You touch the farmers like that, you're done. You're gone for a toss. So this is the problem. Getting the point here, because everything is voluntary. Chaho to kar lo. If you want, you do it. If you're having growth, then you reduce it. It is all ors and ifs and the buts. So nothing is ever implemented on time. Got the logic here? Kenya carbon case is very simple. Kenya carbon case simply means in this, what is it? Rush to get the carbon credits, etc. What they have been doing is they have been ignoring the local community. What are the rights of the local community? What do they want? That has been ignored. Carbon emission through bomb blast. Oof. Absolutely, absolutely. That is because of caste system. Whereas suspensions, pastoralist access blocked. In Kenya, they basically found out that the local communities, their rights are always ignored. They are not being questioned because their rights are not being taken into regard, and nothing is consulted with them before going for these green projects. For example, when you talk about any tribal community, one important feature is what? Shifting cultivation. Which is basically what? Slash and burn. You cut and then you burn. But this burning again will release greenhouse gases. So what in Kenya, whatever they were doing was they were not consulting the local community just so that they will get this credit. They will get the approval from Vera is a non-profit organization. You can read about it a little in detail. So Vera is a non-profit organization. So therefore Vera cancelled whatever rating they gave to Kenya. They cancelled it because they understood that with the tribal people, with the local tribes, they did not do what? FPIC. What is FPIC? Free and prior informed consent. You are supposed to be discussing with them, consulting with them, taking their consent before actually implementing any of the so-called green measures. See, nobody is talking about not to control carbon dioxide emission, but the fact of the matter is the capital city of the country is actually having the world's worst pathetic air quality. The Prime Minister himself is sitting inside the room with a air purifier kept over there. Getting the point here? A very recent shooting in Delhi was totally cancelled for the simple reason that the air quality has become so pathetic there. So it is just like you're in a gas chamber. It is equivalent to smoking 10 to 15 cigarettes if you're in Delhi currently. It is that bad. So I'm talking about Delhi. I'm not talking about the overall development. For overall development, definitely, yes, we will end up releasing greenhouse gases. There is no doubt about it. But Delhi needs to be saved. You cannot actually let Delhi suffer like this. Statistics tell something else, Yogesh Gupta. We will come to that now. The rest you can read. I have already explained it. India-EU carbon market linkage. So what is this now? See, in European Union, it is very, very strict. So I have told this example already. So Dhruv Rathi, the famous or infamous YouTuber, however you want to see it. So it released a video where basically he had basically asked all the Indians basically not to burst firecrackers, etc. Most Indians took it up very, very seriously to the point where they were like, okay, Dhruv Rathi told not to burst firecrackers, so therefore I am going to burst firecrackers. People, we royally celebrated it. We royally enjoyed. What was the end result? Cities like Delhi, forget it. Delhi is a lost cause. But even Bombay, Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad. In all these cities, the air quality index really increased on those few days. On those few days where Diwali celebrations or firecrackers were at its peak. Now, what happened because of that? Air quality index deteriorated. He again came out with a video the other day. He was telling that, see, you people bursted the firecrackers as a revenge on me. All right, not a problem. But where is he sitting? He is comfortably sitting in a city in Germany where the air quality index is 7. 7. Delhi's air quality index looks like a test match cricket score. Triple digit it is. Got the point here? So, our pollution levels are like literally pathetic. Why we need to control it? This is the reason. Got the point? See, it is not about ban it for New Year, ban it for Christmas. That is not the point here. Delhi, you must understand one thing. Delhi now the coming months. Delhi in this coming months, it is very, very important that this is how Delhi will look. Normally, warm air is supposed to rise up. Correct? Cold air is supposed to come down. But in Delhi, what is happening is Delhi, it is actually the ulta. The warm air gets trapped down, the cold air lies at the top. Why? Cold weather, no wind movement. It is basically landlocked. There is no sea, nothing. Getting the point? Cold air is supposed to lie below, warm air is supposed to rise up. That is how normally temperature is supposed to be. But here it is the ulta. It is called temperature inversion. So in that sense, what happens? Whatever pollution happens here, that gets caught. That gets caught here itself. Because of the cold air, whatever pollution is there, that lies here itself. Pollution, everything lies here itself. Because there is no wind movement. There is no wind movement. That gets caught here. So what happens? It's all lying here. Stubble burnt gases comes over here. They also slowly start settling down. Covering it in a blanket, in a thick blanket. Getting the point here? Adarsh Raj. Little brains you use. Nobody is talking about the globe here. We are not talking about Russia, Ukraine, somebody blasted a missile and in Delhi and Hyderabad, the air quality index worsened. No. What I am trying to tell, please listen with your open mind. Stop taking everything as, okay, this is targeting Hindu festival. This is against Hinduism. No. When you burst firecrackers repeatedly with no bell, no break, the air quality index deteriorated in these cities for few hours. And Mumbai, Chennai are actually coastal cities. Coastal cities, generally there is always wind movement. Even after that, 2 cities where continuous wind movement is there, even their air quality index deteriorated for a few hours before getting back. Hyderabad took a little more time but restored back because wind movement is there even in Hyderabad. Delhi, it became worsened. Get the point inside your head. Air quality index will deteriorate when you actually burst firecrackers. Why Bangalore is not there in the list? Why nobody bursted crackers in Bangalore? Hosur is like border of Bangalore, where you get crackers for wholesale rate. People buy from there and they burst it. Why in Bangalore is not there in the list? Because Bangalore is standing above the sea level. I think 3000 meter or 3000 feet or something. It is at a height. So when it is at a height, what is the advantage? You will constantly have wind motion. Wind constantly will come and flush the air out. In Delhi, there is nothing to flush it out. That is the problem. There is no wind movement and there is nothing to flush it out. Got the point here? See, no one is serious means the only thing is, people will keep dying. 21 to 25,000 people are dying annually in Delhi because of air pollution. Air, that is lung related, breathing related issues, people are dying. Roughly 25,000 is the number. But the interesting thing is most of them actually have other habits also, other bad habits like cigarette smoking, or they are in such environment where, construction environment, etc. So directly you don't have any study also being conducted to prove that it is because of the air quality that people are dying. Green crackers and all will never ever solve the solution. The idea, let me tell you, don't burn anything, don't burst anything. Delhi cannot take it. Delhi's thing is gone. Delhi is over. Exactly, Delhi only has this problem here. Delhi only has this problem because Delhi, it is a very dry weather. Especially those who are in Delhi right now, they will be telling you one thing. See, Delhi, I'm a guy basically who don't use any cream on my face. No moisturizer, nothing. When I was there in Delhi back in 2011-12, even I started purchasing it. Because that is how dry the air is. Zero moisture, zero movement. Zero movement. You burst a firecracker in Delhi, trust me, you can see the smoke still hanging there. That I've not seen in Chennai, that I've not seen in Bangalore, that I've not seen in Kerala. Kerala, anything you burn, you can see it is immediately getting dispersed off. In Delhi, you burn anything, you can still see the smoke lying there. Got the point here? So what is this all about? India-EU carbon market linkage. This basically talks about only one thing. Let us say there is a industry in India. They have to follow what? They have to bring their greenhouse gases very low by investing on technology. So, let us say in India, to encourage this, there is a carbon tax. A carbon tax is placed which will force the industries to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions. In European Union, already the system is existing for more than 2 decades. Where most of the industries, the greenhouse gas emissions are very, very low. But this has created one problem in European Union. What is that? Problem is because almost all the industries are bringing their greenhouse gases. Cost of production in EU is very, very high. Setting up a factory in European Union is like a very difficult thing. Because so many environmental regulations are there. Air pollution, water pollution, so many regulations. So let us say, here on an average, the cost is 60 euro. 60 euro, let us say, average cost for reducing greenhouse gases. In India, it is only what? 5 to 10 euro. 5 to 10 euro. So, in India, manufacturing anything becomes cheaper. In Europe, it becomes costlier. So, what has Europe come up with? Europe has come up with a nice solution for this. And what is that? It is called Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism. CBAM. Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism. I've written the expansion and kept it here. What it simply means is Europe will charge an additional tax on products coming from India if they are not produced sustainably. Additional tax will be charged. So the moment you put an additional tax on Indian products coming from India because they are not environmentally sustainable, what will happen? India will lose export competitiveness. So European Union said, listen, we will deduct, if you have already placed some domestic carbon tax, we will deduct it from you. But the reality is, the price gap, if you see, European Union is 60 to 80, India it is just 5 to 10. So even if I subtract it and keep it also, it will still be what, anywhere between 55, the lowest being 55 and the highest being 70. 55 to 70 euros price will still be there. Praveen Arunachalam, artificial rain will not work in Delhi because of the simple reason that I told you earlier. Moisture, minimum moisture content should be there in the air. Then only that thing is going to work. Cloud seeding is not something where you'll put some, you'll spray some silver iodide and immediately clouds will start forming. For clouds to form also, you need water vapor first. Water vapor should be present. There you go and spray it, it will work. But in an air where hardly water vapor is there, what is the whole point? Getting the point here? Again, population. So somebody was suggesting, why not make one thing? What about making public transport free? Public transport will get overwhelmed. Public transport, if you try to make it free, it will become jam-packed in no time. Delhi Metro and all will immediately lose its world standard quality in one day. So that is impossible. Got the point here? It is simply impossible. Maybe they will have to do one thing. Work from home for everyone. Online classes again. Just like how it was during COVID time. They'll have to bring back all the same conditions back again. Clear? See, emissions, like I told you, vehicular movement should stop. Stubble burning should stop. Construction activity should stop. Any old diesel petrol vehicle should be banned. Immediate on a war footing level, they should start planting as many trees as possible, because trees, the advantage is they'll trap these fine dust particles, etc. And they will ensure some wind movement. That is a different topic altogether, Swaroop. Carbon-free shipping. Carbon-free shipping means IMO had a plan, a net zero plan for 2050. Net zero means the total carbon emission from shipping will be brought to zero by 2050. This was the plan by IMO, International Maritime Organization. Thanks to USA, they have now postponed it. That is what the article is. You can go through it. So many people will lose jobs because of work from home, no doubt about it. Taxi walas, rickshaw walas, pani puri, bel puri, chai wala, all the people will lose, no doubt. But if they continue to breathe the air that is there in Delhi, they will die a painful death. Because these people don't have health insurance. They will die on the road. You know, to put it very bluntly, khaste, they will die. That is the reality. Welfare, environment, Ujjwala pollution. So in Ujjwala, Delhi to extend Ujjwala LPG to slum households using chulhas or coal. These are all, you know, like, I don't know what to call it. This is almost like trying to pour a little water into an ocean. It is not going to make any difference. You are trying to give Ujjwala scheme, that is free LPG gas connection, to all those people who are still using chulhas or coal. Is that going to create any change to the air quality? Nothing. Getting the point here? These are the expansions. You can go through it. Climate forest, Belem and TFF. Correct, Mishti? Common but differentiated responsibility. Why they charge carbon tax during import from Indian goods? Because they have the right. Because I have invested heavily on technology and I am reducing the greenhouse gases here. Germany, etc. As you can clearly see, it is 7 only, the air quality index. From India, with no regulation, nothing, highly polluting industries, they are able to come out with cheaper product. My domestic industries are suffering. Why should I protect India? Carpooling rule work. Just temporary measures. Wow, great. See, Adiba, Suleiman, permanent measures like I told you. Right now, whatever I have told already in the beginning of the class, you cannot write it down. Whatever is being suggested is only we can, whatever was already discussed only we can suggest. That is completely banning all diesel vehicles, old diesel vehicles out. Petrol vehicles which are old out. No more bursting of firecrackers in Delhi or in and around NCR region. With on a war footing basis, start planting trees. Parks everywhere, wherever possible, start planting trees. Have you heard of this method? Miyawaki method means, let us say, 1 square meter. 1 meter, 1 meter. Square taped, square region. Here you will plant what? You will plant as many trees and small plants, shrubs, etc. possible. In the initial 2-3 months to grow it, it will be a little, 6 months to 1 year, you will have to invest a little on it. But once you make it like that, many such squares once you make, the advantage is it is self-sustaining. That is no need to actually keep putting fertilizer and all. Little bit of water occasionally if you give, it will keep growing. So the more oxygen gets generated, what happens? At least we can bring down the particulate matter levels a little down. That is almost like the same way what is happening with Ganga. It is not that Ganga is not getting polluted. Ganga royal pollution is happening. But what is the advantage there? Oxygen content in Ganga somehow is abnormally high. Abnormally high levels of oxygen in Ganga, which is actually bringing down what overall pollution level, when you see, brings down the pollution. Same thing here. We need more and more oxygen to be generated. That is the only thing that we can do now. Clear? Climate Forest Belém and PWFF. So, COP30 will be held in Brazil. Before that, a meeting had taken place in this place called Belém, which is also in Brazil, where Brazil announced TFFF. What is TFFF? TFFF is Tropical Forest Forever Facility. What does this mean? So this basically, it will have a fund. Tropical Forest Investment Fund will be there. Okay. Brazil has already promised $1 billion in it. All right. Now, what will this fund do? This fund will basically do two things. One, it will invest in green and non-fossil projects. It will invest in green and non-fossil projects. It will also make investments in share markets, etc., where it will directly not lead to what? Environmental degradation. It will take that money and invest here. Next thing what it will do is monitor the overall forest cover in a country. So what is the thing? So if a country is actually preserving its forest, or it is increasing its forest cover, then they will get a return. They will get money. So whoever is investing here, they will get a return on their investment based on how well they are maintaining their forest. If you are maintaining it, you will get a return. You are increasing your forest cover, you will get more return. That means you are giving an economic incentive for protecting the forest. That is the purpose of this. Getting the point here? So Brazil has promised $1 billion, Colombia 250 million. And they will pay basically the rate of $4 per hectare per year for forest conservation. The next topic is biomass movement. What do you mean by biomass movement? Biomass simply means see, my weight is around 75 kilo. Okay. You remove my what is it? But from that total biomass, what you will get, that is a biologic material. Finally, whatever is there, that useful biological material, let us say it will be around 30, 40, maybe 40, 50 kilos, whatever. All right, that 40, 50 kilos into the distance that I will travel in a year. That is biomass movement. The useful biomass present in my body, that into the total distance that I will cover in a year. That is biomass movement. So Arctic tern migrates 90,000 kilometer. Biomass movement is 0.016 gigaton kilometer per year. This Arctic tern is actually a very, very, very small bird. All right. It covers 90,000 kilometer. Humans actually cover 4,000 gigaton kilometer per year. 40 times more than wild mammals or birds. It is like a major planetary force. It is the human movement actually that causes maximum greenhouse gas emissions. A football match is there, or a cricket match is there, an IPL match is there. People will gather at that stadium. That movement alone will generate what? Enough amount of greenhouse gases. What initiative, Priyadarshini? What initiative you will take? Where is the money for it? Tell me, where is the money for it? Most travel by cars or motorcycles. Marine movement halved since 1850. That is the marine animals movement, the large mammals movement and all have halved since 1850, largely because, because of the ship movement, etc., climate change, they are dying, capturing, killing, fishing, all of that. Clear? Why only Brazil is so active towards environment? Amazon forest. They have understood that you have to protect Amazon forest there. The more you protect Amazon forest, the better it is for Brazil and for everybody. The day Amazon forest is no more there, it is game over. All right. Senna spectabilis, invasive species in Western Ghats, threaten native biodiversity. Just the name. Now they have been removed from most of the reserves from that area, from Western Ghats area. Food system and greenhouse gas emissions. Now, food system and greenhouse gas emissions, again, if you see, India's food system largely relying on what? Rice, wheat, and then sugarcane. And overall, what is this? This is nothing but very, very rich in carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, fats, whatever, that is what we are doing. Growing these also very environmentally degrading. Very environmentally degrading. Stubble burning, number one. Rice is kept in standing water. Because rice is kept on standing water, what happens? It keeps releasing methane. Sugarcane, again, no different. The idea here is we should actually shift from this to what? Fiber-rich fruit. Fruits and vegetables. It causes nitrogen surplus. Plant or animal trade-off. India needs shifts to fruits, vegetables, nuts and legumes. All right, people. Lungs of the world. Correct, Aditi? Where is land to create? Exactly, Yogesh. All right. Got the point here, people? Moving on. Economic sciences. This economic sciences talks about two things. Propositional versus prescriptive knowledge. Propositional knowledge simply means, in one word I am defining it, okay? It's basically awareness of all the theories of science. You are aware of the theory. Prescriptive knowledge, when you say, it is largely what? The application. So what they are telling is, teach the theory well. To teach the theory well, what do you need? You need what? Good schools. You need good colleges. This is the first thing. Second thing is what? You need application to increase. For application to increase, what is needed? You need basically a very good research and development environment. Only if these two are there, that is this, only if this plus this is there, you will get what? Sustained growth. A couple of scientists discovered this and they were awarded also. The fact of the matter is, even before this award etc. was given, China understood this long time ago, and that is the reason why China is marching towards, China is closer towards spending close to $1,000 billion for what? Research and development. India's research and development is how much? R&D, it is less than 1% of GDP. Less than 1%. So less than 1% means, now today's or yesterday's paper, I'm not sure exactly. I was reading it and I saw a news. Those who want to get a PhD, ideally you are supposed to publish your paper in any known journals. You should get your paper published. It is important. Now that is also not a necessary criteria. It is no more a necessary criteria that you should get your paper published for getting a PhD. You know what that means? That simply means now anybody and everybody will get a PhD degree. As it is, if you go to Delhi, there are certain areas where you will get ready-made research work and thesis work. Pay money, 50,000, 40,000, whatever, get somebody else's thesis, change the name, change a few content here and there, submit it, you will get your PhD. That means you will also get a doctorate degree. That means with every relaxation in the rules for getting a higher educational qualification, overall R&D is going down again and again. So these people who would have got this, what we say it in Kerala, people would have become professors through scratch and win. Oh, maine bhi jeet liya, oh, maine bhi ban gaya professor. These type of professors who will actually come by paying money, bribing, by buying somebody else's thesis and submitting it as theirs. These people will come as professors. What educational content will they be able to guide for the younger generation next? What will they be able to provide? This is the reality. The actual ones who can do their research, etc., they are never getting an opportunity because they don't have the money to pay bribe. The ones who don't have any talent, any skill, they will pay the bribe, get their PhD, get into college, start teaching. This is the reality. Who does it, Kunal? Who does it? In Europe and in USA, the only thing that they do is what? Plagiarism check. Everything is documented. Everything is uploaded. Getting the point here? In India, to shift from rice, I don't think so. It is an emotional thing. Correct? But true essence is lacking. Exactly, Noor Jahan. Clear? That is what that article is about. So the important thing is only this much. If India wants to grow, what is the only solution for it? Investment in R&D. And the whole thing now, we will defeat China, we will overtake China. That is never going to happen. Because China is marching ahead. Got the point? Household income survey. For the first time, a household income survey will be conducted in 2026 by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. For the first time. On a trial basis, when they tried to do it, 90% of the people were hesitant in actually telling their income. They were like, why you want to know? Why you want to know? Rural people were far more honest in telling their income. The affluent, the urban class, they were a little hesitant in giving away their income. Because see, there is a reason for this again. See, let me tell you. Now, one of the experiences what my friend had in her flat. So she is from Delhi actually. She and her husband. So one day the maid came. This happened in Bangalore, by the way. One day the maid came holding sweets. So the immediate impulse for my friend was, obviously, poor people, zyada bachche paida karenge, more children they will have. That is why maybe second child, third child, whatever. Silly poor people. That is what she thought actually. So she took, okay, kya khushkabari? She asked, what is the good news? The servant replies, okay, the maid, sorry for being politically wrong. The maid replies, it's our housewarming. Please come with your family. My friend got shocked a bit. He was like, housewarming? You bought this thing here, flat here? She said, no, flat and all we won't buy. We bought a plot. We constructed a house. First ground floor, we are staying for rent. We will stay. First 2 floors, we have given for rent. Got the point here? In major cities, don't even think the people who are working there doing manual jobs or informal jobs, etc., all of them are poor. Many of them don't pay any tax, but they are actually more richer than us in terms of assets. Got the point here? They are all richer than us in terms of assets. Like I have told you earlier also, in UP, the income tax department actually was flabbergasted or baffled when they found out that so many property purchases have happened, but of crores together, worth crores. Individual purchases only, not bulk. Many individual crores together properties being purchased. But the people who have purchased this, they don't pay any income tax. Income tax department was like, how is that possible? If I am buying a property worth 1 crore or more than that, I should be paying the tax, right? Income tax went into full gear. Okay, this is black money. We will get to the bottom of this. They try to find out who are these people. And guess what? All of them were into the informal sector. They were basically doing small menial jobs. None of them were from white collar. They were all doing what? Samosa, Panipuri, Bhelpuri, Chai. Small eateries, small outlets they are. And then there are servants, maids. That means in India, basically, we still don't have a clarity as to what is the average income. The general way of calculating it is what? Okay, calculate the total GDP of a country and divide it by the population. That will only give me what? The per capita income. But it will never give me the true picture. Salaried class though fine, because they are paying the income tax, I will get to know. But the non-salaried class, the informal sector, from where will I get to know? Getting the point here. Please explain research and development and how we can do that and in what type of fields. Shanu Yadav, research and development means you are encouraging research in the country. You are encouraging research, how to encourage it now. So in Western nations and as well as in many other parts of Europe, etc., private players take the lead there. Private players take the lead and they invest in research and development. What we are doing is we only use what others have already done. The Indian jugaad it is. We are not doing research here because we are only interested in what to tell that we have been placed. We are only creating employees. We are not creating what innovators. Simple logic, you try telling your parents that you want to do research for the next 10-15 years of your life. Your mother and father will probably make keem out of you. Got the point? If you are a woman means, definitely you are going to get married. The idea of research and development was never entertained. Number one. Number two, the syllabus of our country, if you see from 1980 till now, very recently only the syllabus has started changing for engineering or whatever it is. Otherwise, never it used to change. Clear? Foreign investment sentiment. Once again, foreign investors are not showing any interest in the Indian economy. More and more people are exiting out. For example, now data. FPI sold were 1.5 lakh crore, a 20-year high. What is the reason for it? The reason is very simple. India's P by E is very high compared to China. P is what? Price of the share. E is earnings from the share. Prices of the shares in India are skyrocketing up, whereas the earnings that you're getting from it is actually very, very low. Why will I invest in Indian market then? That is the logic. Price is very high. That is, for example, I am investing, let us say, 1000 rupees on a share. Maximum return I am going to get is maybe 1150 rupees. That is just 150 rupees. For 150 rupees, why should I struggle so much? Getting the point here. This is the idea. The focus on the next year attempt, I avoided to join PhD. Okay. I am doing PhD in history, but no research thing. See, that is the point, Ankit. See, here it is all about taking a PhD and that will be the end of it. In Western nations, taking a PhD is about to interpret history more deeply. For example, there was a professor again, foreign professor of history, who actually said that Hindu kings back then, back in the good old days, the largest temple in the world is in Cambodia, Hindu temple. Because we went all over those places and set up our temples. So you can see all those temples, Angkor Wat, Cambodia temples, etc. These are all Hindu temples there. So here it is like take a PhD. PhD mil gaya, professor ban gaya, khatam. Shadi kar lete hain, bas. End of the story. There they go deeper, deeper, deeper. And they take the highest level of degree there. They get rewards and awards there. One visit to a foreign university as a guest lecturer will earn them what? $1,000, $2,000. It is love for the subject that takes them there. Here in India, that is nothing like that. It is like a backup plan for us. Basic science degree, how will we get job? I will answer all those queries after the class. I'm far more richer than many of them, but why government extended to paying taxes? Because how will you draw the line, Abhishek? They are a big voting bank. You touch the farmers and that's it. That will be the end of the story. Clear? So that is what it is. Price of the share and earnings from the share. Price of the share is very, very high. Earnings is very, very less. That is why FPIs are leaving. But even though FPIs are leaving, why is it that our share market is not crashing? Share market is not crashing. Why? Very good. Very good. Who said that? B. Satish and then RQO, whatever. Domestic investors. Fisheries EEZ sustainable fishing. New EEZ rules for cooperatives and fishing and farmers producer organizations. Banning LED pair or bull trawling. That is basically to ensure that the trawling basically the fishing practices are more or less sustainable. The sustainable fishing practice is very essential. Why? Why it is so essential? One, obviously, if you don't do it in a sustainable way, everything will die. Second reason is the EU market. If you want to export fish and fish products to the European Union, it is very important that you follow sustainable practices. Otherwise, European Union will not even buy your fish. That's the reality. So if you remember earlier, if you want to sell a product to European Union, you have to show what? It is environmentally sustainable. Otherwise, you will have to pay a carbon border adjustment tax. Correct. Now, when you come to fishing, also more or less the same funda. If you don't follow sustainable practices, right from fishing to all the way to packing it and selling it to European Union, if you're not doing it, we will not get the European Union market access. Why this is now important for us? Suddenly, why Europe has become important for us? All because of that mega monkey Trump. We cannot trust this fool here. You cannot. You cannot trust him. Until and unless his tenure gets over, we cannot trust him. Clear? Clear? Yeah, in a long run, obviously it is good only. Early hominids and ancient environment. So basically what has been found is, early hominids means the earlier, before Homo sapiens, etc., the old version, almost ape-like version, looks like human beings. Our ancestors, they were actually exposed to lead toxicity. How did we find it? We found lead present in their old skulls and all. We found lead content present. Because of that, because they got exposed to lead toxicity a lot, it actually led to the development of a gene called NOVA1 gene. What is this NOVA1 gene? NOVA1 gene is present in your body, my body, etc., which is actually acts like a deterrent towards lead toxicity. That is, lead at certain levels of lead exposure, if we get also, it is not going to affect us. Clear? That is the logic. Ant architectural immunity. Black garden ants redesign nests under fungal thread. They increase the entrance spacing, they reduce tunnel connectivity, place brood in isolated chambers. Brooding chambers. Brooding chambers simply means locked chambers where they'll keep their pupil, their larvae, everything. They'll protect it there under it. They'll change the whole nest, their entire nest's dimension, the moment they get a fungal threat. It's just a defensive mechanism. Clear? Taking it further forward. Leachate pollution. Leachate pollution means, now this is basically what you will find in almost all the major cities. On empty plot of land, acres together. There you will find the small man-made mountains filled with garbage. Plastic, food, cardboard box, electronic waste, all of this. So this is exposed to sunlight, this is exposed to water, rain. That water will get mixed in this, one nice bluish, greenish, grayish color. That will then penetrate the soil, and then finally reach the groundwater. From there, gets mixed into the river, etc. Getting the point here. This has actually been found where? Let us see that. Toxic leachate illegally flowing into Aravallis for 3 years. Evidence. Geostamped videos or photos showing pooling in forests and wildlife water holes. Pooling in forests. That means in Aravalli Hills, whatever water holes are there, on all those places what you are finding, this leachate is there. Getting the point here. NGT orders violated. MCG accused of negligence. MCG is Municipal Council of Gurgaon. Alright. Gaganyaan crew escape system. What is this crew escape system for Gaganyaan? This is what you call a crew escape system. So inside this is like the last thing. When you're taking your astronauts to the space, then you are bringing them back. When you're bringing them, this is through which they will land back on Earth. Getting the point here. As you can clearly see, it has a almost like a trapezium-like shape. Inside you will have the astronauts. Alright. 2 types of systems are there. Pusher system, puller system. What we are ISRO using is puller system. What is used by SpaceX, etc. is a pusher system. Correct. Ponds and lakes, brain-eating worms. Not brain-eating worms, brain-eating amoeba. Brain-eating amoeba generally occurs in those places where the water is not circulating, number one, or it is cut off from sunlight. That is where it will be there. Even in a swimming pool also, you can have a brain-eating amoeba. If the water is not circulating, if there is no sunlight, number three, you are not even putting any chlorine tablets into it, you will get it. Clear? Any vote chori thing there. Here people force today's genre to read only our own history. Isn't we should also know the history of the world? Not really necessary. Any knowledge should be only taken up if it is going to fetch you anything. Knowledge which you cannot encash on. Knowledge for the sake of knowledge is of no use if it is not going to improve your lifestyle. Understand it very, very clearly. Whatever you are studying, ultimately there should be a purpose to it. What is the purpose you are planning to achieve through it? That is the idea. Clear? Unsafe drugs and pediatric pharmacovigilance. What is this? So I have told you already, diethylene glycol, DEG. This is used in most of the cough syrups. Illegally. So right now, after around 20 children died, now we are planning to make a policy for it. Now we are planning to bring some idea for it. The reality is that if you actually see in India, we have policies to protect children from what? Child labor. We have policies to protect children from what? Any sexual exploitation. Correct. For both this we have laws. But unfortunately, we don't have any single policy as far as medicines are concerned. We don't have a medicine specific policy to actually, or specific medicines also exclusively for children. That's a very small number. What is normally done is what? Okay, for adult, all testing is done. For adult, testing is done of all the cough syrups, all the medicines. Then what will they say? 1 spoon for adult means half a spoon for a baby. On what basis it is? On what basis it is done? God Almighty knows. Got the point here. And first of all, there was a standard ruling, or rather a directive from the Ministry of Women and Child Development. For children less than 4 years, don't give them cough syrup. Because whatever it is, 1 week it will take for the cough to subside. Whether it is a baby, whether it is an adult. There is no point in giving the cough syrup. Parents generally tend to give it, thinking that let the baby sleep. Because only if the baby sleeps, you can sleep. Getting the point here. But unfortunately, what? No parents will listen to it. And in spite of multiple warnings also, they'll still keep feeding these cough syrups. And in these cough syrups, what is the DEG? Diethylene glycol, which is a banned chemical component which you are not supposed to use. And when that goes into the body, like excessive amounts, can affect your kidney. But for a small baby whose internal organs are still developing, the tissues are so soft, little bit of medicine also, contaminated medicine goes in, it's over. Clear? Exactly. Children are not mini adult. Got it? So what is the scheme that we have brought in? We have brought in ONDLS. What is ONDLS? ONDLS is Online National Drug Licensing System. That means right from the time raw materials are brought in to manufacture any drug, everything will be now digitally monitored. Just to know what are the components being used in it. How will this be effective in regulating the illegal adulterant market in India? Only God knows. We'll have to wait and watch for it. Clear? All those questions, wait till the end. Asad Khan, because you have asked this question and many of the people have been discussing this, let me just give you a nice advice. From 2004 to 2014, whenever any blast used to take place, nobody used to blame the government. Everybody knew it was coming from Pakistan. Everybody knew it was coming from terrorists, both homegrown. Homegrown means inside India, plus abroad. This narrative has been started only after 2014. Now, the other thing, this first time that I heard this brainless, idiotic narrative was when the Pulwama attack took place. When the Pulwama attack took place, there were idiots in this country who actually said that Pulwama attacks were orchestrated by the government of India to win the elections. This is what they told. The narrative was spread royally inside social media. Guess what? Just few months before the Pahalgam attack, Munir, Pakistan Army's chief, from his mouth it came that Pulwama attack was actually a strategic victory. I am not telling this. You can go and verify the video. It was a strategic victory for Pakistan, because in addition to attacking and killing our Jawans, what is the other advantage he got? He was able to create a narrative that government of India to win elections conducted the attack. And that lie is still being circulated in the country. If really I wanted to actually win the elections, what is the easiest thing to do? Go and blast a bomb probably in Patna. Why in Delhi? A Delhi bomb, how is it going to influence the election? And look at the timing of it. The sad part here is that even after arresting terrorists inside our country who actually wanted to destroy the country, even then people will say, so the narrative is what? Indian government, Pal Poskar, they found few doctors, around 4 doctors they found, gave them training, gave them the bomb, and then told them, you try to blast it, we will try to come chase and catch you. What is the logic here? Where is the brains here? Where are the brains here? See, I have always asked these few questions. If the government is really doing vote chori, government is doing vote chori. So first one, again, narratives you see. First one, they said EVM is hacking. Election Commission of India asked the political parties to come and prove that you can hack the EVM. Not one political party turned up. Then they went and challenged EVM VVPAT in Supreme Court. More than 4.5 crore paper trails were checked. Trails were checked and cross-verified with EVM. Nobody bothered to even ask about it. Not one vote was there wrong in it. Number 3 now, this vote chori. Yaar, just think na. If I really can do this, pull this off, then I will first try to win the elections in West Bengal. I'll try to win it in Tamil Nadu. I'll try to win it in Kerala. I will have a frigging majority in 2024. I will ensure that I have 400 plus seats in Lok Sabha. I should be an idiot of magnanimous proportion if I am able to do vote chori. I am not winning in these states and I don't even have 50% majority in the Lok Sabha. Understand. Within Mahagadbandhan or within India Alliance, there are coalition partners who are not ready to believe that theory. Trinamool Congress openly told there is no point in talking about vote chori when you are not able to win. There is no point in blaming the EVM machine. Trinamool Congress has said this. Understand, use your brains, forget what I am telling. You explain this one thing to me, this logic you just explained to me. If I have all the machinery under my control, why is it that I didn't have 272 seats in the 2024 election? You just explain that logic to me. Worst case scenario, if I really wanted to, ensure that I win every time, I would have first thing ensured what? That Rahul Gandhi fails wherever he stands for election. Ensure the defeat of Rahul Gandhi. If Rahul Gandhi is no more an MP, then from where the hell he will become an opposition leader? Minimum I will do that, right? Forget my victory. I will ensure his failure. Use this. Think for yourself. Use it. Supreme Court clearly said 60 lakh people have been deleted. 60 lakh people have been deleted. Supreme Court said bring one person to the court. Kapil Sibal, when he made that argument, Supreme Court said bring one person who is eligible to be a voter but has been removed from the list. Bring one person there. Did anybody come? Read. Come out of social media. Read multiple news. Think for yourself. Be independent thinkers. Don't even take my word. Understand. This narrative war is something Pakistan has started since this government came into power since 2014. Understand that. They are winning only this narrative war because they know the only way to divide this country is to ensure that develop hatred towards the government, where the people will start believing, yes, government is doing terror attack. What nonsense, man. Then in that case, 2008, 26/11. 26/11 took place. UPA government was in power. 2009 was an election year. So, are you going to tell now, by the same logic, UPA did this? Use it. Ambulance services. Golden first hour. Platinum 10 minutes. Golden first hour is what? Within the first hour, the person should get medical treatment. Platinum 10 minutes means what? Within that first 10 minutes, some emergency treatment is given after an accident. So we are trying to ensure that ambulance services reach people on time. On an average, it is today 10 minutes, which is not great. We should bring it down even further. Next thing is ambulance has a free of way. That is, you should move away if an ambulance is coming. I don't care. People can hate me for all they want. I don't give a damn. I don't care about BJP. I don't care about Congress. I don't care about any party in this country. I only care about this country here. And when blatant lies are being sold here, that is when I get irritated. Brains you use, na? Brains you use. So I don't care about the hatred. I don't care. I'm not here to win votes, or I'm not a movie actor, nor am I politician who is waiting for votes. But you don't have a logical argument to place and you're going to hate me for this, go ahead. Answer the questions what I have asked. Then we can discuss. Why there is no treatment of brain eating amoeba? I think Asad Khan now left the question. Now jumped from one goalpost to the next goalpost. Very interesting. Rotavac vaccine. So the Rotavac vaccine, what is this about? Rotavac vaccine, we have Rotavac against rotavirus. This vaccine is indigenously made. That means made in India. Given orally. Normally this rotavirus will affect the gastrointestinal area. It will cause discomfort, vomiting, loose motion, all of that. Especially for babies. So these vaccines are now provided. Indigenous oral vaccine given at 6, 10 and 14 weeks, which is part of the universal immunization program. What they have found is this vaccine is very, very effective. If she had an AK-47, then must have known how to use it. Someone must have trained her. See, firing an AK-47, etc., this is not actually a big deal. Trust me. I will tell you why. Because for a terrorist, it is not about hitting the target. It is about basically anything that is moving, other than her companions, anything that is moving, kill it. That is the logic here. It is not that they were sitting in front of what is it? This thing. Shoot the head, shoot this thing. Not necessary. Not at all necessary. That assembling and that gathering, that you can do it anywhere. In it, countless forests are there in this country. Understand it very, very clearly. Countless forests are there. Naxals also, do you think they are all trained by the army and the CAPF? No. How are they using? How are the people in UP and MP using the Desi Katta? How are they using it? Army and police are going and telling them, pehle shoulder width apart, a little lean front. No. Chalate seekh lenge. And AK-47 is such a beautiful gun. It is one gun where the recoil is very less. You don't require rocket science to do it. It is very easy to assemble, dismantle, load it back, start firing. It's like fire, exit, pull out the cartridge, load the next one, start firing. That's it. You can hold it at your hip level, not even like this. Hip level is enough. This. Anybody can do it. Suicides in India. More than 1,71,418 suicides have been registered in 2023, a 0.3% rise. Rate per lakh fell by 0.8% only because population increased. That means suicide rate has not gone down. Population has gone up. Clear? Highest rates have been recorded in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Sikkim, Kerala. Urban areas constitute more suicides than rural. Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, West Bengal account for 40% of the death. Men commit most suicides, 72.8%. Causes include family issues, illness, relationship issues, substance abuse. Farmers, 10,786 suicides, mainly from Maharashtra and Karnataka. More than 1 lakh farmer suicides since 2014. Suicide is the leading cause of death between the ages of 15 to 29. Na kare, janab, na kare, 72 ka. Battle OPS files. Correct. You seriously think I'll be scared of all this? People can hate for all that they want. I am very clear in my logic and argument. You can go ahead and hate me for that. Alright, I will never stand silently and idly watching that nonsense is being spread and the country's brains are thrown into West Bengal, Bay of Bengal. I am not going to stand a mute spectator to it. People can hate all that they want. And for those of you who are thinking, then how did 2,900 kilogram of explosive come? That is the other logic, right? Ammonium nitrate. Ammonium nitrate can be developed from urea as well as NPK fertilizers. It can be developed. It is not easy. I'm not at all telling that it is easy, but this preparation had started 2021 onwards. Understand that. So this, they had started. Right to suicide. There is no right to suicide. In case if you commit suicide, now you will be taken for relief purpose. I mean, relief in the sense, it is not criminalized now. You will be sent for counseling. Substance abuse, alcohol, cigarette, drugs. The other thing is we have a treatment gap of 70 to 92%. That means we have very little doctors who can treat this disease. Very, very few people are there. 0.75 psychiatrists per 1 lakh. Who recommends 3? Rural India is worst affected. School counseling is inadequate. Mental health care budget. It is just 1% of the health budget. Only few people are given rehabilitation, less than 15%. Policies and programs. Mental Health Care Act of 2017 decriminalized suicide. Supreme Court affirmed mental health as part of Article 21. National Suicide Prevention Strategy 2022 aims 10% reducing suicides by 10%, which has not been achieved. District mental health program covers 767 districts, but it is understaffed. Telemanas has already Telemanas means through telephone. This is to basically to prevent people having any mental health issues as well as suicide tendencies. You give a call to Manas, they will counsel you. 20 lakh counseling has been given. Manodarpan claimed outreach, but high. Outreach is high, but weak in practice again. Manodarpan again, it is basically for the school children. Economic and social cost. Untreated mental illness may cost 1 trillion by 2030. Employers lose 1.1 lakh crore yearly. Mental illness reinforces poverty, violence, substance use, poor human capital. Clear? Me, Rhea. Even I know AK-47 is different from a country-made pistol. But how do I know about AK-47 a little more in detail is because my brother is in the army. He has fired the pistol, the handgun, to all the way to a mortar, a submachine gun. He has handled it all. And I asked him, which one was your favorite weapon? That was AK-47. Easy to load, easy to fire. Very less recoil. It is simple. AK-47's firing mechanism is very simple. Aim and shoot. That's it. You don't have to be a sharp shooter to use an AK-47. Any Tom, Dick and Harry can use it. It is just loading it, pulling the trigger, pulling the lever back and then start firing. You need to just hold it from your hip level. That's it. It is not so difficult. Understand that very clearly. There are plenty of places for people who are actually able to make a chemical conversion of NPK or urea into ammonium nitrate. Is it that difficult to smuggle the parts into the country through Nepal or through Bangladesh or through Pakistan, through Kashmir? Chaitanya, body weight was not there. Till my 27th age, I was only weighing around 55 kilo for 5'10" height. Clear? AI as informal therapy. Now the other thing, like I told you, because mental pressure and mental torture is very high, where people are not able to talk to their own family. They don't have friends because they have friends, but they are afraid that if they tell to their friends will make an Insta story out of them. So what most people are doing is they actually turn to AI. That is asking ChatGPT, how do you rate me? How is my character? How is my personality? Taking it from ChatGPT or Gemini. Basically, this is there is no protection for it. You're basically revealing your private things over there, and it is not even secured properly. Clear? Absolutely. Mental health in crisis. In disasters, 1 in 5 develop mental disorders. That is, disasters means any natural disasters. 22% of depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, post-trauma stress. That can be anything. It can be rape. It can be witnessing a murder, witnessing a loved one dying. Anything it can be. Bipolar disorder. Sometimes very happy. Immediately they'll go to the extreme end. Very sad. Very active. Total inactiveness. They're always in the extremes. Oof. Schizophrenia. Schizophrenia simply means you are imagining things which are not existing. It's another elevated level of hallucination. Health, diabetes, metabolomics, climate, diet link. This entire article is basically about even before a person actually gets diabetes, there are 7 or 8 components. If you measure it in advance, you can detect the presence of diabetes. For example, now I have always told you this. Person who starts becoming pre-diabetic. If a person is pre-diabetic, the first sign will be seen in the neck. In the neck, you will basically see cracks. Lines will come. And then over here also a line will be there. One line, like a crack it will be. Like so the skin has cracked there in a straight line. People will start thinking, oh, maybe I'm not taking bath properly, and they'll start getting a new scrubber and scratch it and all. It has nothing to do with it. It's just that your body is telling that stop taking sugar, start exercising, start losing weight. That is what it simply means. Getting the point here. This is the first telltale sign. The sad part of it is if you actually see any 15, 18-year-olds, 15 to 18-year-old, 15-year-old onwards, in cities especially, you will see this cut on them. Because obviously their diet again, all fast food junk, no exercise, no proper diet, all of that. Getting the point here. Better to stop. All your messages other than what is related with the subject will be taken up only towards the end of the class. So what are those components? I have given it over here. What is its purpose also I have given it. Please read through it. Health, diabetes, metabolomics, climate, diet link. This other part of the article, the second part of the article is basically about generally when the temperature starts increasing, average temperature starts increasing, people have the tendency to consume more sugary drinks. In USA it has been found, in India also it has been found. That is when summer season comes, for the love of God, don't actually take anything where you add sugar into it. Only water. Or you can take tender coconut water. That is fine. Eat as many fruits. Eat it. Fine. Juice, still if you want to have vegetable juice. Because eating raw vegetable is not easy. So have vegetable juice. Eat the fruit. Eat the fruit. Drink vegetable juice. Drink water. Drink tender coconut. No Pepsi, no cola, nothing. Getting the point here? Defense HAL GE engine deal. HAL has signed a $1 billion deal for 130 GE engines. The delivery will be 2027 to 2032. That means it will take another 7 years. Basically, 2 engines on an average, 2 engines per month will be delivered. Tribal rights relocation from Tiger Reserve. This entire article is basically what it is trying to tell us. See, earlier when we declare an area as a Tiger Reserve, we'll tell to the tribal people, Hadja, Aja, Baraja, Sab log Baraja. This we used to do. That used to create a lot of rift with the tribals. Because this was basically where freely you will get the hatred of tribals. Finally, we have decided to change that policy. We are basically like today. If you want, you come out. You want to stay inside a Tiger Reserve, you stay. We are not going to touch you. This is the new law. New law is basically only if they want to come out, let them come. They want to be there, let them be there. Because the reality is, even when we talk about man-animal conflict, if you would have noticed, tribal people generally are rarely attacked by any tigers or any animals for that matter. You know why? Tribal people, they smell. The smell of the tribal people is the smell of the forest. Even when they see a tiger also, they'll just say, hey Prabhu, they'll pray to it. The tiger also will go in its path. They will also go in its path. You or I go there, we'll become dinner or breakfast depending upon what time of the day it is. Getting the point here? Menstrual leave, Karnataka. So menstrual leave is, Karnataka basically passed a law whereby which all state government employees, private sector employees and everybody, formal sector everywhere, 12 days leave per year for menstrual leave for women. They have come out with this policy. In a way it is good because we have taken inspiration from Japan and Finland. In another way it is bad because now women, because they are taking this extra days of leave, there is a chance that women employees will be targeted. They will not be given critical postings or they will not even be given critical responsibilities or promotions. It will probably go to men. Clear? Sugarcane juice, natural sugar, right? Not processed sugar. That is fine. Rich on fiber and everything, right? But this not happen for Maoists. They are also part of tribals. Rahul, that is not the point here. Maoists, see, we have, Home Ministry has made it very clear. Maoists, you want to come and talk with us, you want to have a discussion with the government, throw down your arms, then come and talk. Holding a gun in your hand, we are not going to have any discussion. That is different. Maoists, we are trying to clear because these people again, see, Maoists, when they say, we must understand here, Maoists still use threat. The language of threat against these tribal people. That is, if you better don't join, we will kill you. Number one. Number two, what they do is they go to these villages and they will tell, we need one person. From every house, we need one person. You should donate for the Maoist cause. Thanks to the Indian society, always the donation. Whom will the parents donate generally? The girl child. They'll keep their boys protected because Budape ka Sahara. They'll donate the girl child. The girls will go and join Maoism. And that is what these Maoists also want. Because why? Any soldier will not think twice when he sees a terrorist opposite to him. He will fire. But when it is a lady on the other side, any decent man will feel that one second of hesitation. That will create all the difference. Only few people will be there, whose ekdam patthar banaya gaya hai. The heart is like very, very rough and tough. Only they will not think twice before pulling the trigger. But otherwise, generally, anybody will think twice before pulling the trigger. Clear? India AI governance guidelines. This, just read through it. Nothing concrete is there. Bottom line is simple. We don't have a concrete AI guideline even now. We are largely left it to the industry. You only develop it. That is, if RBI is planning to, if banking is planning to use AI, RBI, you regulate it. If share market or stock market is planning to do it, our policy is what? SEBI, you do it. If it is coming in Insta, that thing, etc., each social media platform, you monitor it. Government doesn't want to bring it there. A single policy guideline on AI. Why? It is the next thing. They don't want to bring any guideline where it will create a tamper for innovation. So what Indian government's idea is, we will not interfere directly. We will leave each industry or each sector to regulate by itself. Judiciary victim compensation. The victim compensation is basically a differently intellectually challenged female was raped. She was awarded certain compensation by the district court. Before even she could receive it, she passed away. The Honorable Supreme Court should basically clean its own house first before telling the country or the government what to do and what not to do. Important, because we have a single integrated judiciary, correct? Supreme Court at the top, High Court at the below it, and then lower courts below that. The least that the Supreme Court can do is what? Actually check out whether the judiciary, lower levels of judiciary, are using their common sense and their ethics properly. A rape victim was not granted her lawfully awarded compensation. Thanks to what? Judicial bureaucracy. Delay in judiciary. Getting the point here? Next article, judiciary, property and blockchain. The judiciary has basically said that please, for the love of God, change the property laws. Because most of the civil cases in the country is largely associated with what? This property laws only. Few states have already made certain progressive measures. For example, in Telangana, every land is what? Property deal is linked to the Aadhaar. Karnataka is also following suit. And in most of the southern states, we can basically say that any purchases being made linked to the Aadhaar. Clear? Property transactions, 66% of the civil cases. How will they regulate by itself? Regulate by itself means, like I told you, banking industry, usage of AI will be regulated by whom? RBI. RBI will create guidelines for it. Each sector, let it create. Whoever is the leader there, whoever is the regulating authority there, let them create it, rather than government putting up a blanket rule. Because when government tries to bring a blanket rule, it is bound to affect one or the other sector adversely. Instead, what is the best thing? RBI, you handle your banks. SEBI, you carry on your share market. Insurance, telecom, try, like that, like that. Clear? Justice, under trials and NALSA findings. This is the other thing. In India, basically, most of the prisons are overcrowded. And what is the reason for overcrowding? The reason is only because of under trials. Under trial prisoners. Under trial prisoners means they have been arrested for some charges. Right? It could be small fist fight. It could be maybe having some possession of some drugs, ganja or something, or small robbery, pickpocket, whatever. Now they are in jail, awaiting what? Trial to start. And the worst part is more than 50% of them easily, they've already spent more time in the jail than the total sentence, than the total punishment. More than 70% under trials in prison. Only 7.91% get free legal aid. The other is basic data. Please go through it. Next thing again, judicial activism. Judicial activism simply means judiciary stepping into the domain of the government and trying to implement a law, or judiciary stepping into the domain of the parliament or state legislative assembly and making a law. In this particular case, what has the judiciary done? Judiciary is basically told whatever dogs are there, stray dogs, remove them from temple, remove them from school area, that area, this area, and give them rehabilitation. Means put them all in a dog shelter. 90,000 dogs are there in Mumbai city alone. Mumbai city, where the likes of Kirti Sanan, many actors are there, Kirti Sanan, etc., many new actors who have already acted in 10, 20 or 30 movies, who are still unable to afford a flat in Mumbai. That is the reality in Mumbai. From where the hell are you going to get the space to put 90,000 dogs? And 90,000 dogs again, dogs are very territorial creatures. They will not gel with each other. They will probably start biting and killing each other. So how is it going to work out practically? From where are you going to arrange the building? From where are you going to find the land for it? From where are you going to find the food for it? The vaccination, the immunity, where are you going to find? That and all judiciary does not want to know, because that and all is whose headache? Municipality's headache or the state government's headache. Where will they arrange all of this? Getting the point here? Constitutional law, right versus freedom to vote. If you turn 18, you have the right to vote. But the freedom to vote will only come when your name is in the voters list. Correct? Only when your name is in the voters list, you can go and vote. So what the Supreme Court has said this, see, just because you turned 18 doesn't mean that immediately you will have the freedom to vote. You have the right to vote, agreed. It is your right. 18 you turned, now you have the right to vote. But the freedom you will get only when your name gets entered in the voters list. And that voters list, immediately we cannot enter it. Date will be fixed by ECI. That within this date, you people can come and give your name. Anybody who gives the names after that, then you cannot enter it. That simply means if today's date is 15th November. Alright, let us say Election Commission of India gives 15th November as the cutoff date to give your name in the voters list. Now let us say some person became 18 years. When? On 16th November. Can he go and say that put my name in the voters list? No. Because इस साल के लिए deadline is over. This name will now be entered when? In the next time. Why? Because for each and every person who turns 18, if they are allowed, all are allowed to go and file an application with Election Commission of India, then Election Commission of India will be overwhelmed with what? Too many applications. They won't be able to do any other work. That is the logic. Exactly. WBSSC. This is basically, these two are examples of what governance. One is poor governance. The WBSSC, SSC, for 12,514 posts. After Supreme Court strapped 25,753 applications. The 2016 appointment. When the results came out, the website crashed because it was able to handle that many number of people opening the website to check whether they have cleared it or not. By the way, this is basically the West Bengal, West Bengal exam conducted for the teachers. That is what it is. The next one is digital census. Digital census, that is the 2027 census, what will be conducted by the Registrar General of India. It will completely be digital, where digital mapping also of the house or the residence will be taken. through the app called digital location mapping, where the correct latitude plus longitude also will be recorded. Clear? Corrupt politicians to this legally means I didn't understand. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Freedom to vote begins at 18. Correct. Sorry. My bad. Thank you, Harshida. So sorry. Freedom to vote begins at 18. Right to vote only after inclusion in rules. That is true. Sorry. So sorry. Let me correct it again. Once you turn 18, you have the freedom to vote. But the right to vote will only come only if your name is in the electoral roll or you have the voter's ID card with you. The rest of the content remains the same, people. Assam SIR NRC, just a note only, that is SIR won't be conducted in Assam because already an NRC has been conducted there. So this will happen only a little later. CTBT and testing. CTBT means Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty. That is, it is basically to prevent any nuclear tests. That is the purpose of Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty, to prevent nuclear tests. Whatever tests we are also conducting, Agni, BrahMos, etc., we are conducting only the missiles test. We are not actually loading it with nuclear material. Why this is in news is because USA, as usual, our mega monkey now, he wants to conduct nuclear test. That is what it is. Nuclear test, whether you're conducting it above the ground, it will release nuclear radiation. You're doing it below the ground, again it will release nuclear radiation. It is not at all a good thing, because if USA starts it, China will do it, Russia will do it, India probably will do it, Pakistan definitely will do it. Clear? AI and copyright Australia. AI and copyright Australia. So basically the idea is, let us say I have made a painting. Original painting, okay. Whatever painting. I painted using oil, brush, everything. I made a painting. That painting's photo is available in the internet. Now what AI did is, AI used my painting and created an image. Whose painting they have used? They have used my painting. Now when AI used it, shouldn't they be paying me some charges for this? You're using my intellectual property, shouldn't AI be paying me some charges? Australia came up with that guideline, basically telling that if AI is taking any content on which there is a copyright protection, then if AI is using that a copyright protected article, painting, novel, newspaper, journal, anything, then that AI platform will have to pay certain user charges to the original owner. That is the idea. Clear? AI in drug discovery and maths. This is basically Google C2S scale 27B model proposes immunoboosting drug combos. Identified Silmita Certep. That means using AI, Google has been able to find new drug combinations which will actually be beneficial for what? Healthcare, which will actually help in boosting immunity using AI. This is actually a very good thing. Detailed explanation of this, that is the whole immunology, immune concept, etc., that I will do it on another day, because that is a topic in itself. Immunity has to be taken in full there, because there is even a Nobel Prize is also there for medicine on immunity. So that time, clubbing all of it, full swing, I will take it. Probably I think we'll need one session for it. Clear? Oh, sorry, my bad. What my bad? Manipur, SOO means suspension of operations. So Manipur basically, like I told you, Métis and then cookies. Métis stay in the valley, cookies largely stay in the hills. Whichever government is formed in Manipur, always, whether it is Congress, whether it is BJP, whatever it is, they are generally dominated by Metis. So cookies are protected there by scheduled status. They are protected. Metis are actually dominant everywhere in every field. One High Court judge basically directed the Manipur government to take a decision on Metis ST status. One High Court judge in Manipur, he made basically as the government take a decision on the Metis ST status immediately. Okay. So cookies were like, already these people are dominating everywhere. On top of it, now a reservation is also given to them. I mean, what is this? So cookies basically, what did they do? They carried out a silent protest march. Metis did not like it. March became a little violent. 1 or 2 people died. From that point onwards, it became what? A bloody football match. Metis killing 2 cookies. Cookies killing 3 Metis. Metis killing 4 cookies. This has been going on. Central government tried. State government tried. Army came. Nothing. Finally, everybody understood one thing. Let us ask the Biren Singh government to resign. They resigned and now there is a president's rule. So recently when a meeting was called, what was the demand from the side of the cookies? They basically said that in regions wherever they are staying, make it a union territory. Bring it directly under center's control. But Ministry of Home Affairs was not ready for it. See, reason is simple. Manipur, olden times, it was back then was part of union territory only. Later only we have given it what? We have given it complete freedom and statehood and all that. Now to put it back again into a union territory, it will not look good for the central government. It can again create that narrative that central government is trying to take away the rights of the tribals. It will create that narrative, especially now that Ladakh issue has just subsided. Getting the point here. Map work again. Manjra River is a tributary of the Godavari. That's it, people. Reorganize the sign of sugar around our neck. Drop your weight, start eating clean. More fruits, more vegetables. Ragi if possible. Ragi, jowar, bajra, all of that. That is the point, right? Battle OPS. Now suddenly Ladakh is quiet. When Ladakh became quiet, vote chori came up. When vote chori went down, terrorism came up. See, my personal opinion, you don't have to follow it, don't have to take it. My personal opinion is there are forces working so diligently to create a situation of instability in the country, thereby throw the government out through popular protest. There are forces. Back to back, one after the other, jhatkas are coming. That is the reason. And they are all orchestrated from forces within India who are having outside man, material, money support. That is what it is. Whether I am available in Bangalore tomorrow. I am always in Bangalore. Number 1. Number 2, tomorrow is Sunday. Sunday means son's day. Bete ka din. Mera beta ka din. How to be so confident like you? Fail royally. Fail in all glory. Then you will develop a rhinoceros skin. Then you won't care anymore. उसने मेरे बारे में बुरा कहा, बुरा सोचा, सोचने दो. Who cares? When you are about to hit 40, right, then you will understand that people were never thinking about you. When you were failing, people were never thinking about you. Because as long as you are a failure, nobody cares. They are like happy. Okay. वो नालायक है. वो एक निकम्मा है. People are happy for that. As long as you're useless, you're good for nothing, you're constantly failing, you're not reaching anywhere in life, people will be satisfied about you. You want to make good enemies. You really want to know people who are jealous of you. Start growing in life. As simple as that. Constant revision. How to remove hesitation. What will I tell for all this? Ratna Priya, I love you, sir. Oh, very good. I have no idea, life dreamers. I have no idea. It baffles even me because they have all the time in the world to say all eyes on Gaza. Even our actors, why we are talking about any community? All our actors have all the time in the world to basically put up these posts, right? All eyes on Gaza, all eyes on Gaza. One post did they put all eyes in Delhi, all eyes on Delhi, complete with complete support with the Indian army. Iska badala lekar hi rahunga. One post. That's it. Where do we get this PDF? It is available for free. I think below this YouTube channel, a description will be there. You can click it. Or even if you go to PW app, it is available for free there. University of Agricultural Sciences, Bangalore, sir, for Krishi Mela. Not at all interested. One day I have. Understand. One day I have with my family. Please understand. My baby, he's already come 10 times now, knocking on the door. By the time I finish this class and go out, he would be slept. Polity seems a bit difficult. Keep reading it. Nothing to do other than that. Why other countries didn't stop them? Who will go and stop USA? Any tips for NEET PG aspirants? First of all, let me salute you. Already to complete, get into NEET, getting into MBBS, then completing your house surgency, and then now going for a PG. I have the utmost respect for you. Getting the point here. I have the utmost respect for you. All I would say is please continue practicing. Please continue preparing. Don't feel disheartened. I know I have like with your busy schedule, I'm surprised that you are even in the YouTube here. You have just honored me with your presence here. My utmost respect to you, doctor. Utmost respect. I have nothing to advise you. I'm nobody to advise you. Trust me. In fact, if you can advise me how to be very patient and calm as you, please tell me. Little bit of calmness I need, to be very honest. Repeated reading. What is the best way to improve my reasoning for ethical dilemma? What is your ethical dilemma? Tell that first. Then we will tell you what to do. Thank you, Kajal. Green hydrogen, we need it. Green hydrogen, the thing is, developing hydrogen is very easy. Whereas rare earth elements, as I have told you, developing it is not possible. Because even though we have more reserves than China, I repeat it, we have more reserves than China, we don't know how to extract it or even convert it into a battery. Because that technology, China has kept it locked. I will not give it anybody. China has said that already. The only other option is developing green hydrogen and green hydrogen vehicles. Now, already, like I told you, Indian Railways have done a testing of this green hydrogen. So, if Indian Railways can use it, pretty soon it will come from this big, it will come to that small. For cars, etc., it will be possible. Sheetal Meena, improve my English for UPSC answers level. Understand UPSC answers doesn't require Shashi Tharoor level English. Simple, short sentences addressing the demand of the question is more than enough. You don't require flowery language or very, very fancy words. Tough vocabulary not required. When to start test series? Rahul Shinde, that you can do a little later. As of now, focus on finishing the syllabus and revising the PYQs of both prelims and mains. Thank you, Ratnapriya. Very good. हिंदी में कुछ बोल दो. क्या बोलना है ये भी बोलो. What to do for answer writing, right? Answer writing से याद आया. 1 minute. This is okay. It's too long. Wait a minute. So I have already shared this GS2 question paper analysis. I have shared this in the comprehensive current affairs Telegram channel. Okay. So there, under the topic, Article 21, the first question from 2015. Write the answer by 22nd November. This is for the CCA batch, Comprehensive Current Affairs batch it is. Don't... Oh, elaborate for new cadres. 1 minute. Why the way? The new 2 centralized agencies have been created. Wait a minute, let me see. There is a... Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you for reminding. CRA and CEA. Central Revenue Audit, Central Expenditure Audit. Centralized agencies exclusively to look into what? Revenue. Now one service, All India service will be looking. These both are new services which CAG has apparently approved, which will actually come under Indian Audit and Account Service. One will look only into the revenue part of the central government, the other will look only into the expenditure part of central government. Priyanka Tiwari, what is it that you asked? All right, Paji. Yanalu. Just put it about to memorize. Repeated reading. How many times should I tell this? Tell this. No channel G7N. Repeated reading. I can will Poonam Shukla. Poonam Shukla, please ask your question rather than, please can you give 1 minute here? Aren't you seeing the YouTube comment section? I have no idea who you are. Please trust me. I don't have some Janam ka dushmani with you. Questions not able to do. GI tracks introduced in India as UPSC relevant. Whatever is there in news, that will be important, Rahul Shinde. Ethics code, questions not able to do. Write it and send it. If you are part of the CCA group, write it and send it there. I will evaluate and I'll let you know. खुद के परिवार के दुश्मन कैसे बने बता दो. खुद के परिवार का, because I didn't clear the exam, तो दुश्मन बन गया. Simple. Getting the point here, when you don't clear the exam, in India especially, you are considered as a failure. Problem is parents take my failure as their personal failure. कुछ कर नहीं सकते. So I am leading my life. So after a point, I understood that if I try to keep trying very hard to impress them, because we saw already, right, suicides. Most of the suicides happen because, okay, I'm a failed son. एक बंदे ने वो किया था, 24-25 years old. He actually said that I'm a failed son. He wrote that one line and he committed suicide. He was having a job and he was employed. I don't know what made him say that. He said, sorry, Papa, I'm a failed son, and he committed suicide. So those expectations, when it is there, na, Papa ko khush rakhna hai, Papa ko, what is it, proud feeling dena hai. See, those of you are doing it, please do it. I'm nothing against it. I'm nothing against it. But let me tell you, on an individual level, I'm telling this, you're not responsible for anybody's happiness. I am responsible for my own happiness. I am responsible for my own sadness. Even anger also, to an extent, I am responsible for it. So please understand, you cannot actually keep somebody happy. You can do certain things so that they are comfortable. That's it. Please understand that. Doing law first semester in MIT. Please focus on your law. That is what I would say. That date 21, no, that is 22 November. That is actually for my comprehensive current affair batch. I run a comprehensive current affair batch where I actually take current affairs on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Saturday is basically a summary of whatever I would have taken on Monday and Friday. Wednesday is basically for backlogs from May month. Now May has been covered. Next Wednesday onwards, we'll be starting with June. Can I send other PYQs for GS in CCA groups? Durgeshwari, just give it a... Or start sending Durgeshwari. It's okay. You start sending it. Fine. CA inter student. See, any exam that you're preparing, there is a syllabus for it, correct? First thing is there is a syllabus for it. Second thing is there are PYQs for it, previous year questions. Two ways of preparing. Study the syllabus first, then solve the PYQ. But that will take a long time because in between somewhere you will get bored with a certain topics. Ulta, what you do is straight away start with PYQs. Whether it is objective, whether it is descriptive, start with this. This way what happens is at least you will finish minimum one topic per day, which will actually boost your confidence. Once you're done with all the PYQs, then give a holistic reading of the syllabus. That should be more than sufficient. How to join CCA class? TW app. No need, Supriya, please. I am not a person to be inspired from. Trust me. I am telling this with all honesty and sincerity. You please be your own inspiration. Be your own hero. That is more than enough. How to join CCA? नहीं हो पा रही है. Please suggest some advice. Sakshi Patak, if you are actually attending the classes, it becomes very difficult to complete the syllabus and all. So as of now, I would say focus on your classes. Try to finish, take down all the notes. Abhi ke liye, if you're attending classes, just focus on completing your notes. Revision, studying, ये सब बाद में कर लेंगे. पहला, you try to finish all the notes. Try to attend all the classes. Don't create any backlog. Work extra hard on weekends. Notes इकट्ठा करो. If it is your first attempt, your priority should be get all the notes in order. Likho, not the PDF. Write it in your own hand, write it. One time writing is equal to 10 times reading. Degree for MBBS, degree for UPSC. There is no degree for UPSC. Take a degree because you like it and it will give you an option to work. So somebody had asked about graduation, I think. That is, they have covered BSc. BSc किया है. Now what will they do? Bachelor of Science किया है या BA किया है, Bachelor of Arts. What else is there? Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, whatever. You have taken this. Let us all admit it. It is not easy to get a job if you have taken a BSc or BA in India. And your idea was to prepare for UPSC. Fine. Or you tried NEET, you tried JEE. But later it didn't work out. So you entered into this BSc BA. Okay. Now you have decided to prepare UPSC. Fine. First attempt you gave. Worst case scenario again. You didn't clear. Now what you will do? Basically what I would tell you is banking, railway, SSC, RBI assistant is there, as well as RBI grade B is there. This exam here, RBI grade B, this is something which BCom holders can look forward to. Those who have taken Bachelor in Commerce, for them this is a good option. Those who have especially taken a bachelor degree in economics also, you may also apply for this. Along with this, you can even try Indian Economic Service. Now, those of you are going to tell, but sir, BSc, BA, hamara maths utna acha nahi hai. You don't have the luxury of saying that. Understand? Already, things are looking very tough and bad for you because obviously 1 or 2 year drop you took. NEET you couldn't clear, JEE you couldn't clear, now you've entered into graduation. This also you tried and you couldn't clear first attempt. Now you don't have the luxury to say कि भाई मुझे ये tough है, मैं ये नहीं कर सकता, वो नहीं कर सकता, nothing doing. उल्टा what I will tell you is, आपको पता है NEET और JEE आपका नहीं हुआ. You went to BSc, BA or BCom, whatever. You entered into it. From the very first year, you will start preparing for banking, railway, SSC. Sara ka Sara exams from first year you will start. 3 साल लगा दो, 3 साल. By the time you have a degree in your hand, I will write and give you. Imandari say, if you are prepared, you will have a job in your hand in any one of these sectors. Keep it in mind. मेहनत करना ही पड़ेगा. For boosting confidence, I lose confidence. Rikisha, solving PYQ is not for boosting your confidence or bringing down your confidence. It is basically to learn which are the frequently asked topics there. So you got stuck with a topic, let us say a question on fundamental rights. You didn't know the answer. What do? You go to Lakshmikant, take the fundamental rights chapter, read it in full. That is what you do. Great, Supriya. By inter-subject approach in answer writing will only happen when you keep writing it. CA inter student, I already gave it to you, Poonam. I end up there. Mallam Mahesh. So you are getting distracted, Mr. Mallam Mahesh. You are getting distracted. You are wasting your time. As simple as that. See, target setting, timetable setting is of no use if you are not sticking to it, right? And that is why, see, that is the reason why I always keep telling people. Somebody wrote a very big essay for me about discipline and motivation, taking some inputs from ChatGPT, I guess. Why discipline? See, discipline will only come two ways. One is to have a self-discipline. One is because of external factors you are disciplined. And what are those external factors? External factors, number one is you have a job. Because you have to wake up, you have to get dressed, you have to take bath, you have to brush your teeth, you have to eat something and then going for it. Or you are self-employed. I will admit very honestly, the days when I don't have a class, I am the most lazy person on planet Earth. My wife will basically say, will you be in the same place? And I'm going out. Will you be here only till I come? So she's indirectly asking that I'll be on the sofa, lying on the sofa. So she'll be like, okay, you'll be here only, right? And I will be like, yeah, I'll be here only. Till she comes back, I wouldn't have moved from there. I would have kept all the chips packet, biscuit packet, everything near there. Because why? No class. I am enjoying. I am sitting and watching all the stupid web series, brainless web series, and eating all junk and jamad. But if at all class is there, 5 a.m. in the morning, I am up. Some days it is a little late, 6 o'clock. Max to max, not later than that. Everything one by one I'll be doing. I'll be doing the housework also. I'll be doing my work also. I'll be preparing for next day's class also. Everything I will do. Because I am not a guy who is having a high degree of self-discipline. I am not at all that guy. I am disciplined only because I am employed. I have people to answer to. Otherwise, no. If no job is there, I just sit simply. Morning till evening, I can sit simply. This is the reality. So if you are somebody who is struggling to be self-disciplined, not sticking to your timetable, for the love of God, this is the answer to it. For fast answer writing, keep writing answers again. How to write mains answer and can start now as for 2027. How to write means just start, people. That is that. Just start. Prepare on any topic. That is basically see which are the most frequently asked topics in GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4. Prepare on a topic first. Then write the answer and see. How did you get into this job? Because I am good at what I do. It's been 11 years I'm in this teaching field. See, people actually again think of this field as something very easy to do. How many faculties do you think are there out there who at the end of a class, at the end of a live, are standing like this and mentoring students for free? Thoda to self-tarif banta hai. You cannot do that if you are not passionate. Or, okay, leave passion also. If you don't love your job. I love this job. How did I get this? It is only the love of my job. That's the reason. This is something which has followed me since 2014 onwards. Wherever I go, touch wood, I have not had to go and ask somebody, please mujhe naukri de do, please mujhe de do. Word of mouth. That is the point. It is not that बहुत सारे लोग आते हैं इस फील्ड में ये देखकर अरे पैसा मिलेगा. Not forget the पैसा part. पैसा part and all, it is not that बहुत सारा खूब सारा पैसा. No, it is not at all that. You come behind thinking only the money you come into this field, you will be wiped out, kicked out in no time. You have to have another level of commitment here. Otherwise, it is not possible. Jai Hind, Chaitanya. PFI in Kerala stories. What? Kerala, Popular Front of India. It's a banned terror network. They had planned to create again a lot of terror activities and also to put Islamic rule in India by a certain date. I think 2047 or something. Class 10th, please guide me. Flinkflix 45, please focus on your 10th standard. Those of you who are in school, sit and study your school syllabus. पहले वो तो study करो, उससे handle करना सीखो. Again, now I am telling you, those of you, I know many are now thinking about their board exam. Because शर्मा जी के बेटे के साथ comparison होने वाला है. So let us say you are somebody who has only scored 65% till now. Your parents have told you to score 80% or 85% or let us say 90%. Whatever percentage it is. I'll tell you how to score it. So by now what would have happened is so many exams would have got over. Correct? First term, monthly test, etc. सारा का सारा question papers निकाल दो. I know every time I keep telling PYQ, but that is the reality, people. Take out all the question papers. Find out those topics on which questions were asked which you didn't know. पहले वो topics निकालो. Then what do? Yes, you can read it from the textbook. You can study it, etc. NCERT textbooks are a little difficult to understand. So what do is, you go to Google to read about it or go to YouTube. Plenty of videos are there. Muffat mein milega. Watch any video which has more views, good comments. Watch it, learn that topic. हर एक topic, whichever topic you found difficult, which you found difficult to understand, find out all those, rectify करो. Most importantly, अपने परछाई से भी मत कहना कि आप ये कर रहे हैं. Don't even tell it to your shadow what you're doing. बोलती बंद. धमाका रिजल्ट पे आना है. काम खामोशी से करना है. Give shock treatment to everybody. So last week, apparently, when I told, create memories, etc., I told about, okay, go and propose some girls, get some nice slaps, etc. See, people didn't understand it. I had told it in a funny way. Creating memories doesn't mean only going behind girls. Please understand. That is also part of life. But the main part as a student is what? To score good marks. And to score good marks, especially when people have berated you, people have insulted you, people have ignored you. So, it is your responsibility to protect your name, your identity, your personality. It is your responsibility. So, चुपचाप क्या करोगे? Find out the topics from first monthly test onwards to the last pre-board or whatever was conducted. Make a list of it. Study it in proper, मतलब समझ कर पढ़ो from YouTube. And then what? Practice the questions. जो भी guide है, whatever है, अपने टीचर के पास भी जाओ and ask which book should I refer. इसमें मार्क्स स्कोर करने के लिए कौन सा बुक बेहतर है. टीचर will make one. Why? क्या हुआ अभी पढ़ने का मन कर रहा है. In staff room they'll make faluda out of your izzat. Let it be. Then whatever guide she has mentioned, take it up, start studying. इतने महीने तक, नवंबर तक, you have done enough amount of monkeying, है ना? Enough amount of, one Hindi word is there. That thing you did. Enough now. Enough of that. Now onwards, start studying. किसी से भी मत कर, बात मत कर, बैठ कर काम कर. मेमोरीज ऑल्सो इनफ यू हैव क्रिएटेड. दोस्त के साथ जितने भी मेमोरीज क्रिएट करना था वो भी क्रिएट किया. अब बैठकर काम कर. None of your business, Mr. Surrender. Telegram ID. Telegram ID, see, in that old ID, I have stopped taking any answers. Because of one idiot who was constantly spamming it. You know, because of one fellow, the entire group is suffering today. Otherwise, I was actually sitting and reviewing answers for free. Okay, so this channel you can send. This is my personal ID here. This place you can send. But again, it won't be very punctual because, like I told you, I have other commitments and other answers, especially from the CCA group. That is my priority number one. Because these people have joined the group trusting only me. So that I will be delivering. Don't worry again. To the CCA group, I'll be delivering it. Monday onwards, I'll start delivering your answers. Don't worry. Rohit Sangwa. Rohit, one thing what you can do is see, this is something which I learned that normally when people get that stammering thing, it happens when, like you said, when they have to talk to strangers. The other thing to do is basically certain exercises are there for this. I don't know whether you believe it or not, but basically it's like you keep doing that. That is one exercise which you can do. Second thing is talk very slowly. Talk very slowly. It's a blessing. Oh, what a fantastic. It's a great year. Fantastic. Oh my God. Have you noticed how, okay, it was a very pathetic mimicry of Mr. Hrithik Roshan, but have you noticed how he speaks? He always leaves a little gap. You know, he leaves a little gap when he says. Now only, I later started noticing it. The reason being that he has the stammering issue. He did have the stammering issue. So he used to do this. He used to keep practicing these vocals and then break and speak. Now that same guy is giving dialogues in Jodha Akbar and in that very pathetic movie War 2 and all that. So that is the only thing to do in it. Give it time. And don't get scared of any idiot in front of you. So once again, there also, whoever is coming and talking to you, again I will tell you, build your body. Build it. In Tamil, one famous dialogue is there. Modala odambu ready pannunga, ella valiyum poyidum. Once you build your physique, all the pain will vanish. Percentage in 12th doesn't matter for civil services. Trust me. Alphonse Kannandanam, IAS officer, had flunked his 10th standard. He had failed in 10th standard. He went on to become an IAS officer. So 12th marks or 10th marks or nothing will matter here. I scored 84.6%. BTech from private university. Not a problem as long as you get a placement. You can start with NCRTs. If you're in second year, you can start with NCRTs. That is one way. PhD in economics. Dinesh Sharma, मैं क्या बोलता हूँ आपको? If you're doing PhD in economics and all, obviously, I would request you, try going abroad. Try going abroad. Try for London School of Economics. London School of Economics. That is one thing that I would request you. Or even the Yale University. The other thing is try to give Indian Economic Service or RBI grade B. RBI grade B, the starting salary itself is like close to 1 lakh. And most of the postings, as you clearly know, it is city-based postings. These jobs you can try. If your job is what you're looking for, becoming a lecturer or a professor is also another option. But then the payment is not so up to the mark. But this is something which you can consider. Because you're a PhD holder already, you have a far better chance of getting into all these places. You can try. That is what I would say. So what? Vladimir Putin, Mr. Putin, Amir Khan is short. Surya, Tamil actor, is short. There are many actors out there who are very, very short. Famous actors who are very, very short. Height doesn't matter. Your physicality, let me tell you, it matters only to what point, to create that first impression. Afterwards, whatever is coming from your mouth is what people will judge you for. Okay. Now, the YouTube chat section has gone completely crazy. All right. YouTube community has gone mad. Anything here? Thank you, sir. Insightful session. When will you start reviewing answers? Ishika, I will be starting pretty soon. Monday onwards, I will be starting it because my offline class is over. I have some time now. So priority will be for your answers, which I'll start without fail from Monday. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sun's day. I already answered, Dinesh. CA, I answered. Approach me. I'm in Bangalore, basically, if that is what you're asking. I'm in Bangalore. So if you want to meet me, the only place is PWOnlyIAS Offline Center in Chandra Layout, Bangalore. If you Google it, you will find out. If you people are planning to meet or something, please let me know. I will come there. That's it. Auntie, unfortunately, is alive. What are the advantages of joining CCA batch? I think, thank you, Aishi. The advantages, number one, first advantages. So the comprehensive current affair batch. Directly led by me. There are no filters here. I am directly managing the Telegram group. That is one thing. And as you would have seen, I review your answers. And whatever topics you saw now, the current affair batch people will be knowing it. This is not how I would have taught it on Monday or on Friday. I have discussed it in detail. Because it is a YouTube, it's a 3 hour, 2.5 hour. I have clubbed what I take for 6 hours. I've clubbed it, compressed it, and I've delivered it. In-depth analysis I don't take on Saturdays. That is only reserved on Mondays and Fridays. Wednesday, obviously, the backlog. Because obviously for the people who are going to take the 2026 attempt. So I cover the news from May onwards. May is already covered. From this Wednesday onwards, June will be covered. That is the point. And yes, now onwards, I will get even more involved here because my offline commitments are over. So I will get more involved. My suggestion to you again will be, you will be having your own students groups, etc. Right? You inquire with other students and then take a call whether you want to join or not. That is, those who have already joined, उनसे पूछने के बाद decide करो. अगर वो अच्छा ओपिनियन नहीं दे रहा है तो मत ज्वाइन करो. Simple. Career in political science. See, let me tell you, whatever graduation subject you are taking, you need to have some basic level knowledge in it. Not that they will ask in-depth questions for it in your interview. Number one, political science and all, to be very honest, even I am basically clueless what are the options available. In our country, unfortunately, when you take a subject like sociology, anthropology, PubAd, PSIR, there is not much scope inside the country as far as a career is concerned. So that is the reason you will find a lot of people who have done their BA arts, BSc that, BSc this, etc., BCom this, that, etc. But none of them will be employed. And all of these people will have no other option other than come and give what these government exams. That is the reality. So, because in college also, I don't know how many professors or faculties are there for the subject. One point again is, if you have money with you, do your graduation, go outside. Post graduation, go do it from outside. Maybe in international politics or something, take a degree. You will get job one or the other place. In India, chances are very less. करंट अफेयर्स के नोट्स बनाना जरूरी नहीं है. Attend the class, read the PDF content, read the monthly current affairs, keep reading it. That's it. What instead you should do is write the PYQ, write previous year questions, and there you should update it with latest CA. That is what you do. जैसे कि आर्टिकल 21 के बारे में कोई सवाल आ गया, तो what are you going to do here? Article 21 के बारे में you will collect all the data that is available in Google right now and then supplement it in your answer. That's what you do. Can do IAS after NDA. Oh yeah. I already answered that, Social Reddy. All PYQ for CLAT. Mega. I think books are available in Amazon Mega. Battle of PS. LLB as a career is only good if you are studying from the premier law universities of the country. That is, you want a career in law, LLB, your best option is to write the common law admission test, CLAT, and getting into any one of the top law universities in the country. Then you will have a career option. You can even become a corporate lawyer where your starting salary will be anywhere between 30 to 40 lakhs. Don't worry, they will make, हड्डी का पानी बना देंगे. But yeah, this is very much possible if you have studied from top law universities of the country through CLAT. From some normal altu-faltu university you are going to do an LLB. ट्रैफिक पुलिसमैन को डराने के लिए मैं लॉयर हूं, बस उसी का लायक ही होगा. Nobody will hire you. I have already answered that. Yanalu Nagaria. I already answered that query of yours. Getting the point here. You need to get a control over your life. So you are actually wasting your time. You are actually, you are one of those few people who will keep big dreams are there. But when it comes to doing the mehnat, you don't put it. And that is only because you have too much of time in your hand. So start working. I have no idea about that. BHU and this thing and all, I don't know. Sakshi Patak, work hard. If you're planning to give 2026 attempt, you have to work hard. There are no tips and tricks here. UPSC ये कोई what is it 5 मिनट में चिकन बिरयानी हम बना देंगे, ले लो 5 मिनट में मजा आ जाएगा. This is not that. Any exam requires preparation and there is no tips and tricks to hard work. So please do that. You sit down with your parents and do the talk. That is all that I can tell you. Cannot advise you go against your parents, nor can I advise you telling that go against what you like. You need to sit down with them, discuss it with them, then decide for yourself. You have to take a call. NDA and IAS learning at same time. अरे पहले कोई एक एग्जाम तो क्लियर करो भाई आदित्य राज. See first what exam you are able to clear first. Why you want to do two things together? Both requires totally two sets of preparation. UPSC is in depth. NDA is more about presence of mind. उस वक्त पर आप कैसे बात कर रहे हो, क्या जवाब दे रहे हो. Message for Pakistan. No message for Pakistan and all. Why will I give a message for a enemy country? I have no message for them. I seriously hope that they kill themselves. The economic crisis becomes very bad in Pakistan and the people there, start killing themselves, throw Shahbaz Sharif on the road, something like that happens. I wish them all the worst things on planet Earth. That is what. I know it is not politically correct, but this is what I wish. I wish them everything bad in this world may befall upon them. Keshav Kumar, you're doing self-preparation means it will take a lot of toll because you're doing your everything by yourself. Consider PW's courses. That is what I would say. Consider PW's courses for any of your, what is it, UPSC related journey. Just inquire about it properly and then take a call. CCA बैच ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं क्या? ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. शकीरा हक. You can. How to build confidence? Keep practicing. There is see. Study. Keep studying. Keep solving. अगर कुछ आपसे छूट जा रहा है, कुछ आपको मालूम नहीं है, तो वापस वो चीज पढ़ो. ये मत अरे मुझे ये भी मालूम नहीं है, वो भी ठीक है, मालूम नहीं तो पढ़ लो. सिंपल सी बात है. Don't think too much into all these things. Just study. That's it. Can I start? Start with NCRT. If you are in the Praram batch already means then why are you worried? Stick and attend to all the classes. Follow the classes. Don't have any backlogs. Follow the instructions of each and every faculty. Simple as that. SSC CGL, again, maths section, English section. Do it properly. Bhagavad Gita. I have never read Bhagavad Gita. I bought myself a book and I had kept it here. I think my wife took it and kept it inside. I thought of reading it and all, but that time also I'm not having. I am reading religiously the Hindu newspaper. I don't know about that. I know one thing only. See, this is life. Respect your time. Respect other people's time. Respect your own body. Don't drink alcohol. Don't take cigarette. Don't take drugs. And respect money. To hard-earned money. Respect it. That's it. Other than that, nothing else is there. Practice, mega practice. Other than that, nothing. Glad to know that Ronak Jain. The cracking NDA exam, what advice I will give you? Go through the exam pattern. NDA you want to crack means go through the exam pattern first. Look into the demands of the prelims, then the interview. See, the written part of the exam is still easy to crack. I think the real challenge is the SSB interview part. So that, please prepare properly and go. I don't have any idea, but NISCR and ISCR as backup of NEET. If you, I have no idea about it. I've heard of it, but I don't know what is it about. How to be more productive. Like I told you, keep your day busy. How to get memories. As in, what memories you want? One common quality for an IAS officer. चुपचाप अपना काम कर लो. That is the only quality. चुपचाप अपना काम कर लो. बस. No नौटंकी, no ड्रामाबाजी. काम कर लो. How to get failure and success. Wow. क्या सवाल है. Okay. The nature of the Wahyat Sawale is increasing by the minute. How to make daily timetable? ये सब कोई पूछने का सवाल है, to make daily timetable? I mean, seriously? These are your problems in life, making a timetable. That means you don't even know why you are living also. Should have an idea, right? Why you are living? What should I do? What am I supposed to do? Worry about your interview when you come to that level. Don't worry about interview right now. Right now, think about how are you going to crack the exam, whichever exam you are going to write. Telugu, whether it is in Kannada, Tamil and all is possible, first clear it. I have a student who wrote 6 attempts, gave 6 attempts. She has given 4 mains. Not once she was able to qualify the mains. Somebody who cracks 4 prelims must understand here. That means their subject knowledge is very strong. Mains, writing skill they don't have. That has nothing to do with knowledge. It is about writing. It's an art in itself. तो पहले वो तो क्लियर कर लो भैया जी. Then we can think about whether we have to give it in Telugu or Chinese or whatever. How to analyze prelims PYQ? For every question, find out what is the right answer. Also find out why are the other options wrong. Find the right answer also, find why the other 3 options are wrong. BBA in finance, please inquire it in your college again. What are the career options there? BBA in finance, I feel that you can still give, I think you can give RBI grade B exam. All that you can give. Start to cover at least 1 backlog per day. Whoever had a liver infection, start to cover at least 1 backlog per day. Those of you looking for UPSC guidance and all, 2-3 advices for you. There are plenty of YouTube videos under PWOnlyIAS English channel and as well as PWOnlyIAS UPSC channel. You can go through it. They'll give a complete list of the books as well as in this YouTube channel again, English YouTube channel, we have already done the NCRT series. You can follow all that. If you are financially well off, then I would recommend you to join for PWOnlyIAS courses. That is what I would say. Anthropology optional subject. I have no idea. My optional is public administration. Please contact Harpreet sir. Developing UPSC. तन just attend your classes. ये सारा चीज ना, ये फालतू का चीज, UPSC mindset चाहिए, UPSC approach होना चाहिए, ये चाहिए. It is not so complicated. It is all about attending all your classes. Make notes of all the classes. That is written notes I'm talking about, not PDF, not photostat. Handwritten notes. Then solve the PYQs. That's it. इतना ही है. कोई भी एग्जाम का हो, जो भी एग्जाम हो, क्लासेस अटेंड करो, नोट्स बना दो, PYQs कर लो. अगर आप क्लासेस नहीं कर रहे हैं तो आपको ज्यादा मेहनत करना पड़ेगा. खुद से सारा नोट्स बना दो, PYQs कर लो, बस. Right approach, घंटा. There is no right approach and all. It is only shut up and sit and work. Silently sit and work. That's it. Take care, Amit. There are plenty of YouTube videos. YouTube videos are there. Please follow any one of them. That is what my brother did. My brother never went for any SSB coaching or anything. He just called me. So I gave him just 3 pieces of advice. First advice I told him was, don't tell parents, because they will keep too much of expectation. So till his last minute when he went to Allahabad also for his SSB interview, he just told, I'm just going, I'll just try and come. He did not give it any hoo-ha effect and all. Second thing what he did, he went through YouTube videos, YT videos to know about every stage of the exam. Every stage of the exam, what are the do's, क्या-क्या करना चाहिए, क्या-क्या नहीं करना चाहिए. Then he took one standard book, which he bought from Amazon. Plenty are there. Plenty of authors' books are there. कोई भी एक किताब ले लो. He took one book, prepared. Every day morning, he used to read the newspaper to basically see what are the major national and international news. This is all that he did. He never went, even for interview, how to sit, how to face the board, how to look at their eyes and speak, all the training, he took it like this only. That's all. Totally funded by whom? Battle OPS files. How to analyze newspaper. अरे यार, just read, man. What? How to analyze? ये कहाँ से आता है? Analyze. Just read it first ना. Analysis will happen later. पहले read करो, समझ लो news क्या है. Understand first. How to analyze, how to this, how to that. Read first. Nothing will matter in UPSC. Okay. All weird questions are coming. I think it is time. I think many people are actually hungry. Please go and have your dinner, people. Let's call it a day. Good night. Take care. Multiple questions.